inside here. Plenty things that happen. I wonder how soon is game of creativity, but this be small country here. Anyway, before I go to the wahala now here, I just go to the kitchen and check my colors.
Yes, colors. Some are really like for eat and hungry. Some people say them just like when they eat don't sleep. Other people say na the cow they like, especially when they cook the soup or plasas where they like pass all. So na that make we dey bring to you this program wey we call Colors, as we dey look at different story dem na the front page and inside the newspaper. So no forget to join we 8 a.m. salon time from Monday to Friday, both Facebook and YouTube. Usa we go bring to una different guests dem wey dey can help for talk about the newspaper. We are channel for the voice of the voiceless.
Another morning again inside the yard. Plenty things that happen. I wonder how soon is again what going today, but this be small country here. Anyway, before I go to the wahala now here, I just go to the kitchen and check my colors.
Yes, colors. Some are really like for eat and morning. Some people say them just like when they eat don't sleep. Other people say na the cow they like, especially when they cook the soup or plasas where they like pass all. So na that make we dey bring to you this program wey we call Colors, as we dey look at different story dem na the front page and inside the newspaper. So no forget to join we 8 a.m. salon time from Monday to Friday, both Facebook and YouTube. Usa we go bring to una different guests dem wey dey can help for talk about the newspaper. We are channel for the voice of the voiceless.
Another morning again inside the yard. Plenty things that happen. I wonder how soon is again what going today, but this be small country here. Anyway, before I go to the wahala now here, I just go to the kitchen and check my colors.
Yes, colors. Some are really like for eat and morning. Some people say them just like when they eat don't sleep. Other people say na the cow they like, especially when they cook the soup or plasas where they like pass all. So na that make we dey bring to you this program wey we call Colors, as we dey look at different story dem na the front page and inside the newspaper. So no forget to join we 8 a.m. salon time from Monday to Friday, both Facebook and YouTube. Usa we go bring to una different guests dem wey dey can help for talk about the newspaper. We are channel for the voice of the voiceless.
Alright, welcome back, and very sorry for that break the way we get. Until you know technology, the software actually been just decide for sleep. So we want to say sorry for that, for way that actually happened. You know, that kind of thing and they can be beyond we control. Anyway, so we don't come back and we continue for look at the issues them with the inside the newspaper them, and we go continue with another paper this morning. We already done they talk about the condition of the facility then. You know, this I think similar thing like this day inside we'll be to talk about one paper where I just don't see we come inside Judicial, just they carry the same story and Lawrence. When I health he say 2,141 inmates in prison. I don't know if they basically talk about the Parliamentary as well, but look at the number what they talk about now.
Well, na Paremba would figure on the
Just Paremba
what it
Road.
is. Just Paremba
Hey,
Road.
God.
Something with them built for about 350 to 400 inmates. And it was more than 2,000. That tells you that the facility is overburdened, overcrowded. But again, we also understand when chicken cause all of these. Now, of course, for let person go Isayanda, he must don't do something. Where then they can be used as a yardstick for measure the crime rate in the country as to whether the crime rate high or the crime rate they don't. If we see every year the number of people in Isayanda they go up, that tells you or indicates the crime rate in a salon they go up or high. Again, we understand that the justice system is a tripartite approach. You get the police, you get the courts, or the judiciary, then you get the correctional service. Now, for let somebody appear court, police must investigate them. They don't send the file to the office of the director of public prosecution. They don't give advice as to whether for prosecute, whether the evidence against the person, meet the threshold for make them prosecute or let them just caution and discharge the suspect as the case may be. So now they force the thing to start. But again, there is what we call the alternative dispute resolution, ADR process, where for some petty complaint matter then. For example, basic domestic palaver then. The neighborhood or community chamot then. Man and woman or make palaver that's what they no one, the married one scatter or then they take care of the picking or then they perform a responsibility at the home. Some of those matters should not be, in my view, charged to court. I think the police were established a specialized unit, well capacitated with the personnel who get the requisite skills, the qualifications, the experience, for able for settle after between complainants and where they come before them. So that they're not going to clog the justice system. Because many times we can blame the court, yes. There are instances where we should blame the court. But there are instances as well where some cases they don't know for even kind of court.
But wait, if you don't hit a court now, I notice something where nothing where they happen. You see, most time where you get issue with person, you hear the person goes, I'm gonna make them lock you up. Now waiting they happen. And they go use all waiting it gets the police charge to court. When any case gonna court, they appear. And they work all eye for worker for make this person go down. And once this person go down, the next thing when they happen now for let they lost the file. It work with the one the way they I don't know how they really call them, the court clerk they also then they lost the file. And once magistrate not see file, now they call case.
Yeah, then complaint they come up plenty time. You get people away, they use their connections, they use the influence and empower for make sure say they deal with people awake they can get palaver with by ensuring that they waka for let that person be go jail, which is bad, very, very bad. That is why we make you always say that justice, nothing way injustice, now something way can quick for create tension and make kuskas happen na any state or society. Injustice, where injustice become rampant, watch that country, it can likely head for chaos or anarchy. So we have to be very careful. The police have to be careful. The judiciary has to be very, very careful. Particularly when some of them petty matters there again, let's say police not doing, let's assume that police not do the work fine, then send and charge, case go court, case when they're not supposed for charge, when they don't settle at police level. Also that magistrate where they go, that case they go for them too. That magistrate gets a responsibility under the law as the presiding or the trial and judge or magistrate for make sure say cases they were not supposed, where the person not supposed for even go bamba kayaka for. You caution and discharge the suspect. Sometimes the complainant say, you ask the complainant, when do you want when do you want, particularly when do you want the compensation you want, the way they call you make the necessary order. And let there be a shorty where they can stand for on the release of the accused person. That so time, if you not pay with this, if not compensate this man, you not refund the money so time. Therefore, bring a account before me, then bring you come before me, they go down. You know, some basic way they call. We see, for example, I can watch this way they call in America, they get paternity court, they get maternity court. Then courts and they settle more of domestic issues relating to a husband, a wife, or boyfriend, girlfriend, or pikin, where something is not to me pikin, or then they claim to me pikin, na me give this belly, then it's not to give it all them basic chamos and they. And that court in particular, in order for some people and go jail. In order they let some people and go jail and now. After the court investigate, if there is a need for make them do, I call them DNA test for proof whether not the rightful or biological father of a pikin or blah blah blah. The court now said now there is a system wherein even the parties they're not they pay. There is a system in the justice system where they take the samples, them, then go, then do everything. They can present the results to the court. Once the court ruled and determined that you now you get the pikin or you now you where they call, then the judge now they make an order that you for the take care of this piggy for the girl support so and when you fail for do that now the law they bet you now.
So in your own case, civil law, criminal law, all kind case now the same court and the same correctional facility.
Yes, and another issue again is that one thing make people embark the take back now Parliamentary, you see someone say 10 years and not calling case. Besides the fact that to get people awakening, go waka and company, they use the influence and everything, lost file and everything. Another issue where I think so we need to pay attention on now the fact that the judges, the magistrates that what we get for deal with all them plenty cases they are not do, not enough. We not get enough judges and magistrates. You can imagine one great magistrate, for example, gets 60 file way for attend to for one great day. If they find out say it's not able to attend to all them 60 cases day. It's not possible. It's just not humanly possible for make it get call 60 cases and listen to both sides, and it's not possible. So you can find out so by the time the magistrate they deal with 10, 15 cases, it don't tire.
And some cases then especially for the one in the provinces get for move from site to places. So before they do with 15, 20 cases, it don't tire. Another thing again is that we need I call ourselves the Parliament the where you get a clerk there where they take notes on behalf of the speaker and other people also with members of Parliament they talk how they contribute. You get clerk the waste don't know more, their own responsibility no more for the type. You get me? We also need such kind of system within the judiciary. So what in the role of the court clerk the way we get? Because normally it's supposed to be their own responsibility for they take note when something they happen, because I don't see and courts them now the Western world, for example, when the magistrates they talk, you get person where now responsibility for take note of every word where they come out of everybody's mouth. The prosecution, the witness, the one the defendant, So at the end of the day, now he and the judge or the magistrate, they sit down together, they make ruling.
Yes. So, well, in one case, in the very first instance, you want to ask what are the qualifications of the court clerk then.
And you get for
Before
asking
you really
them
can,
how
before
electronically
you can
inclined
to
they be.
Even the magistrate and judges, you see them, I right say they right. Now,
Yes.
whether they ask questions, you see a right. You say that person they talk fast, you say, hold on. A right person, he asks like, he asks other question, when the lawyer don't ask other question, as soon as a witness is under court examination, it goes for act right, now right, so that it's a painstaking exercise. All do no more for the right, someone they write someone and now A4 paper, they write someone A4 paper. So we need for transition from this manual business to digital business. We need at least every court, not necessarily magic, because clerks are assigned to courts, not specifically magistrates. Clerks are assigned to court. So every court, you forget at least 3 clerks. One where they deal with the full file, call file, make so, announce this, the way they call, you get 2 now where they work no more, that's not for they take notes. Electronically. They forget a computer, set up a system wherein the software where for they use. Anything so far where they enter, where they type, they don't forget wait for delete them. It will be traceable. So that let themselves not exercise prejudice against somebody. They go right when somebody not talk, or when somebody be talk, they don't write down and skip or less of the day.
I see, that's common again with the police.
Yeah, you get some people are working when they can read the statement and then so to that they be talking to police. Yes. So you get to get a straightforward system, but all of this is hinge on resources. Hinge on you and on really tough training, serious training for both magistrates, the judges, the clerks, them, and every person so far we're concerned with justice delivery in the country. You know, they need training, they need capacity building. They also need for learn from other jurisdictions. Them when things don't work well in that jurisdiction. Then, for example, in Kenya, Supreme Court not a take for rule on constitutional matters. When it comes to constitutional matters in Kenya, they don't set an example. They don't raise the standard. They don't raise the bar so high in Africa. When the Supreme Court or Constitutional Court in Kenya, when they sit on a case, within the shortest possible time, rest assured that they will deliver judgment. And they don't care who's party that they or who's party that they don't care about it. So when they meet and take decisions accurately. It is only in Kenya that the Supreme Court has overturned an election's result and ordered for a rerun of that election day. It is only
within
in Kenya where they say
within
the shortest possible, but don't know for waste. Because that is your job. In South Africa, we don't see such. So Kenya and South Africa are very good examples for land from in Africa. And of course, then now the British legal system. So we get a lot for land from them 2 countries. Even in Ghana, to some extent, we see Ghana is now moving on. We see Ghana don't move when it comes to such matters. There's another delay now again. So it involves a lot. It involves training. It involves resources. It involves, besides the training and what have you, the principles of ethics, integrity and what have you, for imbibe that culture there, for revive that culture there within the justice system and everything. Then again, even the legal representatives and the lawyer them. So I'm taking the way you see some case they can delay. So one good lawyer get past 10 cases. So at the same time where this case will come up now this court, at that same time again, it gets another case will come up back in other court. So sometimes the complainant or the accused don't go, then they know they come, they're not show up, they're busy and what have you. The best thing they can go past the student come, they can ask for adjournment. Now so some cases that they delay in a court. So even the lawyers are contributing to the delay in justice delivery. Because tell them for day for come argue the case and everything, then they can ask for adjournment because they answer full up, they get case here, they get case here, they get case here, and they get case here, they're all at the same time inside the same court. So that's a very big problem as well. Now make Sambayo during the monologue days, me say, now 3 side there, 3 cases in one of the country. It's in one police case, in one court case, in one hospital case. Because when you go and elect, you get right or what have you get for spend, your money they go, your time they go. You have to ready for sacrifice both money and time.
And the most painful part, let me say, you get very important assignments for go attend to. Then you get police case. They don't well for nothing.
Or
anyway, let me go to this other issue, where probably could be the last issue for this morning. This one get for do with the money business where they lost in a different ministry. For example, they say 48.1 billion leones missing at the Ministry of Basic and Senior Secondary Education. Yeah, and then we go to another paper where basically, I get 2 issues after this. I get one more issue, and this other paper when at the Salon Times say over machinery service project, 16.9 billion in limbo at Agricultural Ministry. So this, what do you think? A lot of money that they missing, but at the same time, government they trust every day and say money no dey.
There are issues there and issues there with the 2021 audit report
capture
pick up.
Yeah.
We get about 108 billion we unaccounted for by various ministries, departments, and agencies. We go to them public enterprises, public corporations, they own day back again, almost billion unaccounted for, even millions of dollars as well. You go to local councils as well, back again, billions, hundreds of billions of euros unaccounted for. So this is the situation. And it's not just about the Ministry of Basic Senior Secondary Education. You get plenty of other ministries. You get a Ministry of Transport and Aviation. So, oh my God, my brother, I figured that at the last number. It's really sad. If you read this audit report, you will shake it. You will know the reason why money no the why things stronger for the ordinary man, things stronger for me and you. Because the way they manage the resources of the state, don't need the manager well. Don't know the manager well. Let me tell you, until and unless we have a situation where the office of the Auditor General will get a prosecutorial power where somebody for produce money, not produce them, then get that power for, then get a specialized court where they direct that official legal. Believe me, this problem also it will continue and above case it will they call. To some extent, the ACC can make some intervention and make some recovery. But again, they're not going to do all. And not all things that they do. So billions and billions of leones continue to go unaccounted for, even when we have a regime where prior to being elected into office had promised prudent management of the financial and other resources of the state.
And they're well aware say now mismanagement of the states now it make the country and make people they suffer.
No. I told you that whenever a party is in opposition, and they get all the ideas they have for make this country better, but they will be sooner than carry government which they elected. Now all that thing that they do.
So now like when you say the one that way not get power, get all the ideas, but the one they as soon as they get power, the ideas they don't lost.
The idea don't lost. The idea don't lost. And it's selfish and not deliberately, not to say the idea don't not deliberately. Because you can imagine if you as opposition then they blast the previous government for overspending, wanting reckless spending, over bloated cabinet, this and that, and leakages and everything. There when you can now, we see an over bloated cabinet. We also see a situation wherein the fly the per diem. Now, believe me, anybody will not get inside the government per diem in a gentry again.
In the last time where they be there in the presidential debate, he accused the last government of too much overseas travel. But now they don't defend that in action. They say, waiting they expect them for do. If they want for let it gets disconnected with the outside world. If it disconnected, how development will come.
My brother, the reason we make countries that they appoint and deploy ambassadors and get set up diplomatic missions and other systems Now, because they want to represent the authority of the president in that country. So anything so far than for the do. For example, Zambia, this 2022 UN General Assembly. Now about 4-man delegation they send. The permanent mission in America and now just about 2 ministers no more come out na Zambia. The two now the American the mission in America they them fully representatives. Where the late Magufuli been take power for attend UNGA, UN General Assembly. Instead been doing back 4 person I send. Last year, where African Express published our reports, financial details and everything, that just on per diem alone for 2022, just on per diem alone for 2022 UN General Assembly, the president's wife and others then take over $500,000 where they use as per diem. That's over $500,000. This was taken at the time where we complain say dollar no day for businesses them for go buy business.
I think if you say 2022 no understatement, that money they na be for just 1 December where they go na bond for go spend your holiday. And other basic trip where they do na neighboring country. So not for even the entire 2022. You know, in the case of USA,
I want to talk about one specific traveling. That the UN General Assembly September 2022, African Express published
because over $500,000 for per diem. The Lebanon trip where they send a private visit.
That one, not even talk about that.
Fine. So look at it. All of them things they are there.
Then the New Year's trip na team.
Yes.
New Year's celebration and everything. So we continue to see some form of reckless spending. Reckless spending. Probably not the reason that will make the bank governor never change a move.
Because they always they do things when they want.
Believe with foreign currency based how they call it we.
So look at this paper quickly. The Night Watch newspaper, it says after false promises, what is Bill's message for June 2024? And then you get one other paper where now the Nationalist, you know, although when you look certain paper that you know exactly the angle where they come off from, but look at the Nationalist say re-electing President Bill will be a mistake. So what do you make up of them two paper there, the headline them?
Okay. Now the first thing we got to know that Nationalist is unapologetically APC. Now APC to the core, that we have to know. But one thing what I admire the editor Wandro, in as much as now APC to the core, an article the way it is right, an opinions the way it is right, it is based on research and reasonable judgment. Re-electing President Bill would be a mistake. For me, it's not just about kicking out SLPP from power. It's not just about bringing in APC to governance again. It's about the people of this country putting an end to the suffering of the people of this country, regardless of whichever party in power. So yes, under the 4.5 years of the SLPP, we don't see far worse things than what we experienced during the last 5 years of Addis Ababa, in terms of reckless spending, in terms of inflation, in terms of cost of living, rise in the cost of living, in terms of tranganess in the country, you name them. We don't see far worse things. Tin strong na follow right na land or I don't say tin tranga bang, tin tranga my brother. We say this is not an exaggeration. Tin difficult for people them. Even the ones that for the work tin tranga from before I see now the one there. Now make now you see even young bobo there. They all the time bigger na see. Because one, job opportunities are not there. Even graduates from universities are still struggling to actually start up something.
But the government been say they don't provide 2 million jobs when they just come.
No, it will not say I be lying. I said paper. I mean, I start nonsense day. Unity paper. Now they publish this government to create 2 million jobs. Nothing are 2 million jobs. Nothing are 2 million jobs, my brother. Any institution or business or investment or government where they create 2 million jobs na alone, believe me, that government or that you don't solve 60 to 70% of the wahala and problems they will get. Because if somebody get work, what I mean, outside the living wage, living income, not to them they'll full 600,000 minimum wage. Wage rest one bag rest na 540,000. So if you are earning 600,000 loans per month, then you get for buy and support for your meter. You get for pay transportation when instead don't go up. You get for take care of your pikin and give them lunch and everything. You get for buy soap for brook, clean your shoe. Sometimes your shoe go up. You get for swam. You get family family responsibility there, other things, and you cannot survive on 600,000 loans a month. It's not possible. Pass your thief. That's the plain truth. Pass your thief or pass your knacks or sign at the office. Pass your chapia. Now make it seem plenty for them money they are unaccounted for. Why? Because you cannot be receiving pittance when the cost of living, don't far exceed when you get. You cannot survive, my brother. Then you get for the pay transportation alone, transportation, communication, light bill. Believe me, then thing for it, post rent. Those 5 things they are, my brother. Now they kill winners alone. And they tell you, then 5 things they are. Feeding, transportation, what you spend on communication, what you spend on you light for buy support for your meter. Believe me, my brother, these things are killing us. Every damn thing they're expensive. And the increase in them thing there is over 100%. Look recently, the LEONE SLRA, when they license register vehicles. They don't increase vehicle registration and licensing where they call by over 100%. So if they pay 600,000, you're ready for pay 1.2 now. So if they pay 300,000, you're ready for pay 600,000. They don't increase that. You can imagine that. So now more spending on households. Households, they are constrained. They're constrained. And they go up. But you see people and they build 50 fata and amidst this challenging economy where building materials don't become more expensive and 3 times more expensive than they were 5 years ago. So it's like that person they get really good math or they thief. But there is no magic. There is no magic. Now you find out transportation and transportation don't trigger because many people are only get private vehicles, then pack them. They know before they buy 5-10 liters for the spender 200,000 per day for 5-10 liters for go work and cab. They don't get mind again. So they pack them, they always they first run at the public transport, by the keke, by the motorbike, by the puda, so because things are difficult. Nobody they bluff right now with motorcar. Yeah, people who pass the bluff and motorcar. You know they against so because fuel is expensive. So that money when you go to spend 200,000 per day or something 400,000-500,000 per week for buy fuel, the money for going to port, you have to take care of the home. So things don't stranga, my brother. Things don't stranga, and that's a reasonable justification for voters any government. When the economy goes bad, everybody they feel the pinch. But government know they feel the pinch because president himself in Christmas speech where they talk say they feel with pain and everything. You understand like a father, you understand like a brother. No, I said to myself, president, that one not true because the president already buy petrol for his vehicle. The president already buy support for a meter. The president already buy support for his phone. The president already pull chop money for let them cook for her. Everything is costed on the state Now state resources they take care of it. The president know they pay school fee for him picking. Now we they pay him. So you know they feel with pain.
For himself.
know they feel with pain. You know they feel with pain. That is not true. That is not a truthful statement. It does not feel our pain. It not be so. No. If you the way they buy, when they do all things for instance, when not become president, now they feel with pain. Now make it be very, very vociferous where they talk about APC and reckless spending. Because instead they feel the pinch, you know how cost of living been there, you know how Tanganese stay. But now where they under, they not be symbol to it.
I think that the dishonest parts of a politician and then they actually they feel the pain, but not anymore. Now they fly, not they pay tickets.
I'm not when they buy tickets. You want fly to
you don't talk about the radio say if you get for fly for go different side, also we expect her for late pull money. You know the state get for pay.
So it's not feeling a pain. It's not feeling a pain. So you cannot pretend or seem to be feeling what we are feeling. It is not true. Not true.
Okay, well, for tell you plenty. Thank you for joining me inside the program this morning. We're not able to exhaust all the issues there, you know, because of one, the break we've been get, and two, because we actually don't the issue there. We talk on them intensively. We talk on them extensively, very, very well in details. So nothing on the way we left on the issue them. So that don't make we don't left other one them. But now we standing. You know, the last question I'm going to ask you, I'll show you this thing just now, but you peg them inside the audit reports. You know, the issue of the Ministry of
basic secondary education.
Yes, you know.
Yes, the audit report highlights that issues there.
Yeah, so 48.1 billion missing, you know.
Unaccounted for different issues the way they highlight.
Yeah, so if we get a case like this, and then when they get challenged again with money spending at the educational sector, I wonder. So the government actually, first of all, they spend plenty money for free education, but more than half of that money they go on salary. And then now you don't get the one day again where they give them for implement certain things, then they're not able for account for them. So waiting ACC, waiting Parliament, waiting then they do on this thing.
First and foremost, no just pull Parliament come inside the business. Because for the last 4 years, the Parliament not ever debate any audit report will come out. So don't forget about Parliament. They don't neglect that responsibility. They long term, which shows that they were not even serious. Because any serious Parliament could be concerned and debate such reports, call them people to account. Because the Parliamentary Account Committee now in duty for do that. And that committee is being headed by the Deputy Speaker of Parliament, Honorable Sengapore Solomon Thomas. So they have not done their job. They have not done their job. For past 4 years, no audit report has been debated in Parliament.
So what do you expect if the executive arm of government not happy with audit report? You expect the Parliament to take them up, especially when the own main man, then as chairman?
This is not just about the leadership, the Parliamentary Account Committee leadership. It also gets to do with the responsibility of other leaders of Parliament, the leaders of the APC, the leaders of the NGC, the leaders of the C4C. They have a responsibility to draw the attention of the House, you know, and compel them to ensure that the debate
for example, the leader of NGC don't recall, even within the SLPP, we've been get, for example, Honorable Tower been on the call for this thing.
Honorable Tower.
Yes, if you get the leadership, the speaker will not give authority, because if the chairman of the committee not do in work, the leadership, the speaker get responsibility for call him. But how we go call him? Yes.
So I make in the very first instance, I say, no pull Parliament come up at this thing. Where they talk serious business concerning debating audit reports or ensuring accountability for the use of public funds or probing into audit findings by the audit service value. No, not bring Parliament side it. No, not bring them side it. The Anti-Corruption Commission, they normally can make some intervention, but the intervention is not enough. not enough at all. Because one, if you actually want to deal with all of these issues, sometimes say the middle issues and say they don't them before they don't have other reports don't come out. So one, the ACC go only, in my view, make interventions in areas then probably will not go hurt the government that much. If they say that they penetrate at the Ministry of Basic and Senior Secondary Education, the brother, you and I know now.
Now, like we don't mask the president in Kakto.
The caretaker in Kakto.
So, of course, you don't expect for lady you go mask you daddy in Kakto. It will give you slap. Like when Lara go bingo mask in Kakto, I change for Lara.
I will tell you. Then this time around, I saw the interview with the acting Auditor General or one deputy, one of the Auditor Generals, then where they talk say they audited the offices of the President and Vice President, but there were no irregularities to report on. I just smile.
So, you know meet the threshold for lady appeared at the audit report.
I just smile. You can imagine if just Lara Telopiaski find out that office they forge receipts when it comes to overseas traveling. Then they alone for don't give you a motivation for now follow that same pattern way that bar way Lara left for say every retirement details on overseas expenditures should be cross-checked and verified from the source who side they say and get the receipt from. That alone should motivate you as an auditor.
Alright, as an auditor, the audit line don't hold on the anyway, one for tell and thank you, one for tell everybody thank you because I think it don't freeze over yonder from inside. So one for telling all thank you for wanna join me inside the program today. For wanna join me inside the program today, we appreciate you now so much. I think police and himself don't reach to him peak. Where is the fans' attention? Anyway, I want to tell you all thank you, appreciate you now. For one I don't like, when I don't share, when I don't comment. Well, until we meet again in another beautiful edition of a program where we call Korea. So I want to tell thank you to the producer for this program, Winner Elias Abba. My name is Pierre the Freedom Fighter. God bless we country Israel, where we call we are.
Another morning again inside we had. Plenty things then they happen. I wonder how sneeze again what go here today. But this be small country we had. Anyway, before I go to the wala now we had, let's just go to my kitchen and check my colors.
Yes, colors. Some man really like for it in the morning. Some people say them just like when they eat don't sleep. Other people say na the cow they like, especially when they cook the soup or plasas where they like pass all. So now that make we dey bring to you this program where we call Colres, as we dey look at different story them na the front page and inside the newspaper. So not forget to join we 8 a.m. salon time from Monday to Friday, both Facebook and YouTube. Usai we go bring to una different guests